We have always been a fan of Matthew Modine. His acting career is incredible. It has spanned decades, from Full Metal Jacket to playing Dr. Brenner in Stranger Things.
But now Matthew Modine is playing a congressman in a true life story of a struggling single mom trying to get her son off the streets and into a good school.
I will move heaven and earth for you to go to a private school.
You want to borrow $7,000 for school?
I'm gonna go wrong. You gonna rob a bank?
You just don't qualify.
My son can't wait.
It's gonna work for me, I'll hook you up.
He needs change today, not tomorrow, not next week, and definitely not eventually. We've been waiting. I'm done. Sir, when you said...
I say a lot of things. I'm a politician.
What you did so that low-income students could go to private schools. Well, I want to do that here.
You have a better chance of winning the lottery than getting that done.
Wow.
We were totally inspired and angry. Everything with this movie, it really moved us. Matthew Modine, nice to have you
so
here.
Nice to be here. Thank you
So
very
what
much.
was it like playing this politician?
Oh, it was so much fun. Katharine Hepburn is a favorite of mine. So, you know, they say all art is theft, but not all theft is art. So when I was looking for inspiration on how to play this character, I thought Katharine Hepburn would be a good model. So all that over-articulation that I do in the films is a result of Katharine Hepburn.
All right. What drew you to this role?
Well, it's how stories about people can impact people's lives and change, that there are dark places in our society, dark places in our lives, that if you can bring some light into those places, you can transform people's lives. My father used to say that a room is full of monsters when the light is out, and it only takes turning the light on to make the monsters evaporate and disappear. And this story of Miss Virginia and the light that she brought to so many people's lives is one of those things that is an inspiration, and it makes the world such a better place. So I was happy to be a part of that.
So she's still out there. She's advocating for different things these days. Did you get a chance to meet her at all?
I met her just the other night they had a screening at Parsons, and she is just a force of nature. She's a volcano, and she has an army of people now working with her. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, walk alone. If you want to go far, walk together. And she's created an army of people walking together to improve and make people's lives better.
We should put in a capsule what the story is about. Virginia Walden, it's her story as a single mom wanting her son, her teenage son, who was getting in trouble in a crime-infested area, to have the opportunity to go to a more expensive school and have the choice.
Yes.
And appealing to legislators and to judges.
Yeah. And she saw how that made sense, you know, and that the better schools, the public schools, were actually getting more money than the schools that she was trying to get her children into. And it was a kind of catch-22 where she had to try to figure out, how can we transform this? And that's where she comes to this politician and says, can you help me? And he was somebody who fought that good fight, and then realized that, as he says in the trailer there, I'm a politician, and that the politics is corrupt, and how do we get around to fix this kind of situation? And she inspires him to go back and fight the good fight.
And by the way, this politician has demons of his own, right? I mean, he seems a little unkept.
Yeah.
Maybe he nips at the bottle a little bit too frequently.
He drinks a little bit too much whiskey. I wouldn't call him an alcoholic, but he's somebody who enjoys a drink.
You know, I was listening to an interview you did where you were talking about a teacher in an acting class who said, I'm not going to make you a movie star, but I will make you a human being.
Yeah, that was my teacher here in New York City, Stella Adler. That she was a great inspiration in my life, and that she said, you know, Atticus Finch says that you never truly understand a person until you get inside their skin and move around in it. I should say Harper Lee wrote it, and that's what Stella was talking about, was that in order to understand another human being, you have to get inside their skin, and when you do, it makes you a little bit more empathetic. You know, that when you understand what it is to be an African American and to go through this world, that you know, we often, you know, hear this talk about the disparity between a white person and a black person, that it's a different America. And when you see things from a different person's lens, from a different point of view, perspective, you become more empathetic, and so that's one of the great things about being an artist is that we're doing that all the time and trying to see things from another person's point of view.
Well, Miss Virginia does that beautifully. It's a great film. It will definitely move you. I'm looking at you this morning. I feel like you're dressed for like Full Metal Jacket or something. What is going on today with the look?
I'm an old hippie, you know. I grew up skiing in Utah, and I used to wear a headband all the time. That was how I kept my head warm, and I don't know. I just hippies are good people, and I'm trying to bring back the hippie look.
That should be a T-shirt. And Stranger Things, the latest.
We believe in peace and love.
Yes.
I like that. Why not? What's going on with Stranger Things?
Dr. Brenner.
Stranger Things is an amazing global phenomenon. You know, 162 territories around the world. It's a tentpole for Netflix. I'm so honored to be able to have caught a new generation of young fans. I was walking down the street and people screamed "Papa" at me, and my daughter calls me Papa, so I was confused, like, why are they calling me Papa? And then I realized, oh my God, that I'm a part of this this amazing thing. All the kids on the show are really so much fun to work with. They're charming, funny people, and I'm just blessed to have, as I say, catch another generation of young audience.
All right. So the movie is out now, Miss Virginia, or let's see.
The movie opens October 18th.
October 18th, right.
And I think it's going to come out in all the different platforms. And Uzo, if you're watching, I hope you get an Academy Award because your performance as Miss Virginia is
she was really fierce. I mean, we know her
fierce.
from Orange is the New Black, but she put a whole nother element on top of her
I think
resume.
the Oscar race began when I saw that movie. She just is a powerhouse.
You're not so bad yourself either, Matthew Modine.
You and your bandana.
Nice to see you. Congratulations
Thank
on
you
the
so much.
movie.
Thank you.
All right, a message.